Hey gamers, I got bored and wanted to make some new Fakemon, but I'm kinda stumped with my current Dex project, as I'm in kind of a bug phase right now. I love the bug type, and like 80% of the new Pokemon I've concocted with my dire fetid skull noodle are bug types. Anyway, I wanted to see what I could create given a prompt. Using Perchance, I generated a random type and list of 3 abilities, and created 3 random Pokemon. And honestly, I had a ton of fun making this video. Like, no work went into it, so I don't feel right asking for likes at the beginning of the video. Instead, viewer, I want you to comment down below your favorite type or type combination. With that out of the way, let's move on to the unscripted spinner section.
Hey girl, what's up? Ha ha ha. I don't know how well this is going to go because truly I'm not the most creative person in the world. Let's randomize it. We got a bug normal type, literally my 2 favorite types. This is bound to be very riveting. Let's get an ability. Let's get 3 abilities, I mean. Alright. Harvest, Own Tempo, and Infiltrator. A bug normal type with Harvest, Own Tempo, and Infiltrator. Huh, okay.
Okay, so normal and bug are 2 of my favorite types, and kind of for the same reason. I have fun making Pokemon with these types. I love bugs, and the normal type is my favorite because it can be so many different things. Whether it be an average animal or entity that lacks in elements in general, sound-based Pokemon, or artificial Pokemon. Back to the Fakemon though, my main problem I'm having is with its ability Harvest. It's primarily seen on grass-type tree-like Pokemon, but ignoring the logic of an arboreous Pokemon growing extra berries, I can probably just go down the route of this Pokemon has an endless supply of berries and nobody knows why. I'm not one to shun zaniness, so I kinda like this approach. So what about Own Tempo and Infiltrator? After a bit of brainstorming, it then occurred to me. DC's Ambush Bug. I don't know much about him since I haven't really sat down and read through any DC comic, but I know his main power is the ability to appear anywhere with teleportation, as well as bring other people with him when he teleports. Maybe my Fakemon can do that with its berries as well, and the Ambush Bug basis would absolutely explain Infiltrator. And on that note, Own Tempo, because Ambush Bug has the power to break the 4th wall, so him being confused or even intimidated doesn't really sound realistic to me. With that being said, say hello to Relitra, the relocating Pokemon. Relitra have the uncanny ability to appear in random places, seemingly out of thin air. Researchers have studied these Pokemon thoroughly, but to no avail, as when they turn their head, Relitra will just disappear. While difficult to train due to their unserious nature, they've been sparsely seen traveling with Pokemon that are considered to be pests, helping them survive in the world.
Alright, we're done with bug and normal. Now let's see what we got. Water flying. Okay, that's a lot more general, I suppose. See what abilities we're gonna be getting. That came out wrong. Whoops. Illuminate, ice face, and hydration. Okay, well, hydration makes fucking sense. I mean, ice face is signature to what's his name, Ice Cube. It doesn't have to be an ice type to have ice face. Maybe it could be like a water flying bird that flies really quick and gets like a frozen face because he's a water type. His like face freezes because of the temperatures. I mean, that's a possibility, I guess.
Well, this is a fun one. A water flying type with Illuminate, Ice Face, and Hydration. Like, okay. And surprisingly, there is actually a bird that migrates to cold areas, the Arctic Tern, which is also a water bird. So now, the only ability that doesn't really fit is Illuminate. Then, after a bit more research, I learned 2 things. A, the scientific name of the Arctic tern is Sterna paradisea, and B, they fly in colonies of up to thousands. More like Sterna paradisea. And parades are really flashy. So my Arctic tern Fakemon travel in large groups that, when together, glow so brightly that it becomes a yearly tradition to watch them fly away, and they glow to find each other in the cloudy skies. Anyway, here's Paradice, the parade Pokemon. These Pokemon are a common sight in snowy areas. After hunting for fish Pokemon in lakes, they'll fly high in the sky, and only come back down when the water on their face freezes. Researchers believe that they do this to make their feathers glow more radiantly, while others claim it provides protection from rival members of the Paradice flock, also known as parades. Before these parades leave for colder climates, people gather all around to watch them take off. On these nights, the stars are said to become invisible due to how bright these Pokemon light everything up.
Alright gamers, one more Pokemon for today's video, one more Fakemon for today's video, and we're going to be rocking with a Bug Steel type. We've already done Bug, so despite the fact that I love bugs, I'm actually going to skip this. I see, very nice. We got a Rock type, now let's see what we got here. Okay, Photosynthesis, Moxie, and Insomnia. See, now, I don't know. I kind of view photosynthesis as like a legendary exclusive ability because the paradox forms do have like legendary stats. Plus, photosynthesis is so specific to the paradox Pokemon. So yeah, I think I'm actually going to skip this. Protean, Unnerve, and Static. Okay, Static is very interesting. I guess I can rock with this. Ha, get it, rock? Because I got the rock type. Oh, I'm so funny.
I told myself I wasn't going to re-roll in this video, but a bug steel type with photosynthesis and moxie did not sound too interesting, and I really did not want to make a paradox form either. My idea for a pure rock type with these abilities is a bit out there, I can't lie. The first things that popped out to me with this re-roll were the rock type and the ability static, as it reminded me of Nosepass and Probopass, two rock types that are strongly affiliated with the electric type, and are basically just sentient compasses. I googled magnetic rocks and discovered lodestone. Making a little golem guy out of lodestone is a fun idea, but it should have magnet pull, right? Well, while it doesn't make too much sense for a pure rock type, I went with another route, corrupted lodestone, which does not exist, so this concept isn't really based on anything and is just pure creative liberation at my own hands. It's just an evil chunk of sentient lodestone that inhabits caves, becoming this way due to people taking advantage of them due to their special properties. And just out of sheer hatred and urge for survival, they converted their magnetic properties into a paralyzing jolt that can stifle those attempting to take them away. Okay, so that explains static, and maybe unnerve can be explained by their appearance. But what about Protean? Well, maybe they adapted, not over several generations, but maybe fairly quickly. On that note, they can adapt to different types of attacks they learn. Again, this is a Pokemon with little basis and heavy amounts of creative liberty. Regardless, meet Neode, the repelling Pokemon. Only a couple decades ago, these Pokemon were discovered in deep caves, using raw iron as makeshift gauntlets to break the walls of their homes. Those that found these Pokemon worked for a company that held their discovery on a high public pedestal. Since then, Neode grew more and more untrusting of humans over the years. It takes a special trainer to earn their trust. You know, I honestly think Neode might be my favorite Fakemon to come from this video, both because the lore I gave it is blatant about the cringe born from capitalism, but also because I know it could evolve further. I mean, it says it right there. It takes a special trainer to earn their trust. Like a protagonist or something. Neode were discovered using metal as tools, and changed quickly to adopt a more animalistic mindset. Imagine what they could do if they weren't living a perpetually anxiety-riddling life. If they had a chance, the love and companionship needed to comfortably grow and reach their full potential. Or, like, you know, what if you just let them hold a metal coat, and then evolve them with friendship? Meet Rivolith, the new Pokemon. Rivolith are incredibly rare Pokemon that have an unnaturally high level of control over the elements. They can make water flow in different directions just by controlling the iron within it, and are capable of making elements buried deep underground rise to the surface. As stoic as they are on the surface, they share a bond with their trainer that no other Pokemon can replicate. Dang, 4 new Pokemon. I haven't counted that high in like 6 years. That epic, hilarious attempt at a joke aside, I had fun with this video, and might do it again in the future. You better stick around to watch it, or I'll find you. Deuces.